Tomorrow is the day the Kickstarter goes live. I cannot believe it's tomorrow, 4 p.m. I wanted to make a video just now to go over everything. What's going on, when the Kickstarter starts, why we've made the decisions that we're making, what's happened up until now, and what happens after the Kickstarter, okay? We've been working on this for about a year, maybe over a year now, and it's been a passion project for a long time. You know how much I love mushrooms. Look at all these books behind me that I read about mushrooms. I'm obsessed with them ever since I found out how much they have benefited my health. I genuinely wanted to share that passion with the rest of the world. And so Morale, we designed the can with an ethos to have the same kind of model as what Red Bull and Monster have, where they take the revenue of the drink and they sponsor extreme sports. I wanted to take that and apply it to nature, right? Take the revenue, whenever we start making revenue on this can, and start sponsoring things like forest schools for kids to get them outside, mushroom foraging, hikes, outdoor activities to just get everyone outside more, because it helps improve our mental health and boosts morale. Nice little thing there I'm saying in there. It's kind of like the drink. Anyway, 750 milligrams of cordyceps, 750, you can't even see that, can you? 750 milligrams of lion's mane, 100 milligrams of L-theanine, 80 milligrams of caffeine, 300 milligrams of beta-glucans. The ingredients are just as clean as what the ethos of the brand is, and I'm very excited. So, up until now, I've been using my own money for this. I'm talking about why we're doing a Kickstarter here. There are other brands who are fantastic, healthy, energizing drinks that I genuinely really like. Unfortunately, the drinks industry is absolutely incredibly difficult to get into. Very, very difficult. And a lot of these companies that seem like small businesses, they start off with a lot of money. There is one brand in particular that I absolutely love, and it is homegrown, but they started off with £250,000, which is just... I couldn't even imagine having that amount of money to spend on this. I have spent my own money on this out of my own pocket. Granted, I've spent about £13,000, maybe £14,000 on this. That's more than what the average person can put into a project like this. I get that. We're already incredibly lucky to get to that point. And that's paid for the branding, the can design, and more importantly, the recipe for the drink. We worked hard to make sure the recipe was absolutely perfect. It's our recipe. It's no one else's. We put a lot of money into it to make sure that we have a top range recipe where the ingredients align with the ethos. And it took a lot of work and a lot of time, and I'm incredibly proud of what we came up with. The wild berry flavor is amazing, but that amount of money is the limit of what I'm able to put into it, unfortunately. And so a Kickstarter to buy the first batch of drinks is where we've got to go with this. We've been told that the first test batch of drinks would cost £9,000. And so with the extra goodies that we're putting on, the Kickstarter goal is £15,000. A little bit more than the £9,000 of the drink. That's because we've got other goodies involved. So obviously we're going to have to pay for shipping for the drink and the other goodies, which is a custom-made hoodie and a custom-made t-shirt, which are absolutely amazing. And these are not cheaply printed Teespring t-shirts. These are top range custom quality clothing that we're making for Morale. Again, wanting to align with the ethos of the brand. That's why the goal is £15,000. Now, shipping. A lot of people are going to be disappointed with this, but the drink for the Kickstarter, okay, not for good, just for the Kickstarter, is only available in the UK. And you might be like, well, that sucks, Luke, because I'm in the US and I really want that. And I get it. The problem is, if I wanted to ship this to the US, I would need a completely different can. And because I would have a different can, I would have to buy a second batch of drinks, making that goal of £15,000 looking more like $20,000. And that's a hard reach. And so we're going to be trying to reach the goal here in the UK for the drink. And then after the Kickstarter has successfully been backed, we will launch in America. We would have to have a completely different can design. And to get the pricing of the drink down in the US, it would be wise that instead of having it manufactured here in the UK and sent over to the US, it would be wise to just have it all manufactured in America and shipped from America to American citizens. That would be the best option. And so to do that, we have to wait until after the Kickstarter. Now, that doesn't mean if you do not live in the UK, you cannot support this. You can, because the hoodies and t-shirts will be available worldwide. And I'm very excited for sharing that with you. The other thing as well is when them hoodies and t-shirts get manufactured after it's been successfully backed the Kickstarter, they actually get delivered right here to this office where I will be packing them by hand and sending them to you, even if you're over in America or Canada or anywhere else. And so maybe every now and again, I'll put in a little slip saying thank you or whatever, which would be really cool as well. So they will get hand packed by me and sent out, which is pretty remarkable. So what does it look like? The goal is £15,000. I think it's achievable. We've got 32 days to do it. I know we can do it as a community to support this ethos. I know it's something that aligns with us all. I'm not going to tell you about the different tiers that you can back, only that there is an international tier for the stuff that can be delivered internationally. Now, there is also a tier for people who just want to put money into the business and support without actually receiving anything. If that's something that you want to do, I already want to say, first and foremost, thank you for supporting. You will see that when you go on and you'll be able to adjust whatever it is you want to do when you get on there, okay? 32 days will go live when it goes out. What happens after the Kickstarter is if it has been backed successfully, the way it works, and some people don't know what Kickstarter is, you can say, okay, I want to purchase this tier on the Kickstarter. Your card, your bank will not be charged until the end of the Kickstarter. And that's if, though, and when the goal has actually been reached. So if we don't reach our goal, you don't get charged. It's as simple as that. And we try a different technique to get this live because we don't end if it doesn't reach the goal. We carry on, we pick ourselves up and we move forward. But if it does, you get charged after them 32 days. That's when you'll start seeing the money come out of your account. Now, at that point, when the money gets put into the Morale Bank account, it gets sent out to the manufacturer for the clothing and to the manufacturer of the drink. And they get their drinks squared away, they get the clothing squared away, and then it gets sent out to everyone. The clothing gets sent here and then sent out. The drink gets sent to a distributor and then gets sent out to you guys, okay? The process can take anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks to get that out to you. And so on the Kickstarter, I think I've said September, but I've really put a date further out just to cover our backs a little bit. So, excuse me, so that you're not super wondering where it is. It takes a process, the Kickstarter. My hope and what I'm guessing is going to happen because of the amount of love this has received is that it will be backed successfully. We will get this drink out to you. And then by the end of the year, once all the Kickstarters have got this drink in their hand and they're tasting it and they're like, holy crap, this is really, really good. It then goes live on the website and we go forward from there. Is there any other questions? Let me look at my little thing here. The goal, £15,000. Time, 32 days. Deliverability, 2 to 4 months. Future goals would be to get this into America as soon as the Kickstarter has been backed. That's our plan. As soon as we know that, hey, people want this, we're going to be getting it out in America as soon as possible. And we will be live both at the start and throughout the Kickstarter. That's it, guys. It goes live tomorrow. And it's actually quite an emotional time for me because I've put so much work into it. So much tired sleeps. So many sleepless nights is what I'm trying to say. So much hard work, stressing, a lot of my own money that I don't really have. People think because you're a YouTuber, you have a lot of money, but that's not the case. Put a lot of time into this and a lot of love, and I think you understand that. And I know it's going to do well, and I know it's going to resonate with you. Be there tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow, 4 p.m. I love you all, and I'll see you there.